What is up guys, and welcome back to another TBC Classic video. So it's time to talk about botting again because, well, the bots are back and they are in full action. I made a video a couple of weeks ago now about bots in TBC, and I figured I would make an updated video because now we have even more footage, we have more information about the bots, and we actually have flying bots as well. They're starting their flying bulls, they're starting to fly again, and they're flying inside slave pens. So they're basically using flying hacks to basically skip all the mobs. They can use this to abuse mob pathing, farm both herbalism and mining inside dungeons as well, and I'll show you clips of that as well. We also have open world bots like this suspect that I'm looking at right now. I can't confirm if this is one, but I've seen several of these people in the open world lately, where they path in a very, very suspect way, and you can talk to them. Most of them won't respond, some of them will respond as well, but we'll get back to that in a second. But they walk in they walk in one direction, then they suddenly change directions and go the other way. It's very bot-like fashion, but there are some possible open world bots now. I can't really talk too much about this because some people might just be non-responsive, might be real players, some might be bot, but look for bot behavior, and let's go and look at some flight hacks and other stuff as well. So while the open world bots are a little bit more speculative, these ones right here, you can't deny these guys are definitely botting, and if nothing else, they are definitely using flight hacks. So in this case, this person got invited to a slave pens boosting group, and you can see this guy right here, clearly flying in the air. You go into the slave pens, just like this, and now pay extra attention to what the bot is doing. He's basically just going in, resetting, once again wasn't reset. So they're going inside the dungeon. Once they're inside the dungeon, like this, he's gonna fly. In 2 seconds, he's gonna do some weird pathing right there, go straight up to the roof, and from there, they can do several different things. Here he can basically skip the mobs, go straight to the mobs he wants to pull, so he can go to the back of the entire dungeon, pull all of the mobs from there, pull them all the way back here. But what you can also do is gather both herbalism and mining. You basically saw him clip right through the roof. They can also do the same thing to clip through both the walls and the floor as well, giving them free access to literally any mining veins, as well as herbs as well inside the dungeon. Now personally, I thought we would be rid of something like this back when it happened in Suligurub back in Phase 4 and even Phase 5, and basically through the entirety of the Classic WoW, this was happening in Suligurub by mages boosting Set G, and I thought we got rid of that back then, but apparently it's back. I am not really sure if it ever was gone, if Blizzard really fixed this, but either way it's back. So knowing that that flight hack right there actually exists in TBC, and bots can do this in several dungeons, you kind of have to ask yourself which dungeon will they get the most value from without exposing themselves too much. By doing a slave pens boost like this, that bot is basically showing the person buying the boost that he is botting, but you want, as a bot, you want to have as little people reporting you as possible, so you want to have a dungeon that you can farm by yourself and still make gold. And for that reason, we're going to /who Steamvault 58. Steamvault is a dungeon where you can find a lot of herbalism nodes and mining veins, so they can easily go inside there and farm that one. So on this server right here, you can see tons of level 58 mages inside Steamvault. I'm going to guess that a lot of them don't have a guild. Actually, none of them have a guild. Now, apparently, this does not mean they are a bot for some reason, because level 58 mages without a guild are definitely soloing or farming a Steamvault by themselves, but to me, these guys are most likely bots, and probably also clipping through both the floor, the roof, the walls, and pretty much anything. Now, they could also be boosting inside Steamvault, but I don't really think they are. I don't know of any Steamvault boosts, really, and you will always see level 58 without a guild in the Steamvault, and knowing that they can clip through the roof and also the floor and the walls, just like I showed you in a clip exactly 2 minutes ago, you know that they can clip through the roof and clip through the ground to find any mining vein as well as herbalism nodes and gather them for free. if you also just go and stand outside the Steamvault right now, if you have people like this on your server, you can go and stand there, and just stand outside the entrance, and whenever they go out and reset, they will most likely show up inside the air. For some reason, if they're clipping through the roof, right, to avoid some mobs, then they will show up through the air, so you can see them actually flying whenever they go out to reset as well. Now, this has actually been going on for quite a while now. I did a /who Steamvault 58 back in my previous video as well, which was 2 weeks ago, and they were doing it back then. And whenever I do the same check right now, I still see some of the same names that I saw back then as well. Since I still have the footage, I can go back and check it, and I still see some of the names on the same lists. And also, if you just go on Reddit, several people have actually posted their list as well, so you can see tons of level 58 people inside the Steamvault, spread across different servers, and also different factions. So if you wanted to find these, you might want to log on outside of prime time, so in the middle of the night, early in the morning. Whenever there's less people playing, these guys will be botting, so there's less chance of getting reported, because less people will be playing, right? It just makes sense. So that's just one picture right there. You have another picture right here as well, showing a couple extra people as well inside the Steamvault on a totally different realm once again. And there's just so many pictures of people in the Steamvault. You can also see in this example that this person tried to contact them, and I've done this myself. You can contact them and they will say no or yes. Some bots have like advanced auto replies based on what people are asking. So you can ask them different things and they will also always say yes or no. So you can ask them something like, are you farming? Yes. Can I join? No. And also, you can also say just say no if you're a bot, and they will say no. It kinda like it's built into their auto reply. This is something I've been talking to a bot developer about, or an extra bot developer I guess, and they can reply. It's not a problem. It's very easy to develop that part of the bot itself, just to auto-reply based on the whispers you get. They can read those whispers and reply based on certain keywords. And just as an example of that, I guess, you can look at this picture right here, where we basically, you see some of the same names. You see some of the same names that we just whispered before, I think, and this time we're saying, say no if you're a bot, or say no if you're botting. And they still say no because it's built into that auto-reply whisper to whatever keywords they're responding to, or they just have the auto-reply set to no based on no matter what they're asking. Now, I think botting is a real issue in TBC Classic. I don't really see what we can do about it, or how Blizzard can fix it, except for adding some sort of deep-root anti-botting system, anti-cheat system to the game itself. But what we can do as players right now is to just spread awareness. So what I want you to do is to just do this. Log on to your realm or any realm you want, do a /who Steamvault 58, see if there's any people. If there's any people, just make sure they're all guildless or show their location. Post a screenshot on the Classic WoW Reddit, or anywhere you want really, just to try to get Blizzard's attention, to show them that this is a problem, we care about it, we want it fixed. As long as we do that and we cause enough uproar about the issue itself, then they kind of have to respond, and they will eventually fix it. Now, if we fix it once, it will just come back, so I'm really hoping for a long-term solution here. I'm not sure how to do that, I'm not a game developer, I'm just a player and I like making videos, that's me, but hopefully they can fix this issue before it gets really out of hand. And in my opinion, it already has. They're already flying, we already saw some flight hacks. They can clip through the roof, the floor, the walls, they can gather stuff for free, and no one seems to be stopping them. So if you guys enjoyed the video or just want to spread awareness of botting in TBC, smash the like button down below, leave a comment as well. Remember to do this, post a screenshot somewhere of this yourself, and also subscribe for more TBC content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.